Hello, my name is Ben Stagger, and we are here in Fonthill, Ontario, at the Skyway Drive-In. We're in the year 1996, during the opening weekend of the movie Twister. A twister hit the very grounds that I stand upon. Now, flash forward 28 years later, it is now the opening weekend of a new installment in the Twister franchise, Twisters, which begs us to ask the question, can a twister strike twice at the Skyway Drive-In in Fonthill, Ontario during the opening weekend of an installment in the Twister franchise? Let's see. Is this drive-in out of their bloody mind? Playing Twisters? Do they not know that history often repeats itself? To confirm what I know is most likely true, I've organized an interview with Rob Paula, retired meteorologist, to get his take on what is most likely going to occur tonight.
It's rare for tornadoes to occur in Niagara, but we have had a few reports. In fact, the first ever reported tornado in what is now Canada occurred way back on July 1st, 1792. It cut a swath of trees through Fonthill, and they put a road through it, called it Hurricane Road, and that still exists today as Hurricane Road. The one in 1996, it happened on May 20th. It was Victoria Day, and around 8 o'clock, a storm tracked through Fonthill, took down some trees, took off roofs off of a barn, flipped over some cabins, and then as it came here, the winds damaged that screen. But it happened before any movies were being shot that evening at the drive-in. So contrary to the urban legend, it did not hit the screen during the movie. So,
Wow, that's really interesting. I don't know, what are these, cumulus clouds? What are these?
yeah, these are fair weather cumulus. No danger of turning into thunderstorms or tornadoes. So these are okay. If there's going to be a twister at a drive-in, it's not going to be here. It'll have to be somewhere else, I think.
After meeting with Rob, I decided to go downtown Fonthill to see if anybody else was preparing for what I believed was most likely going to happen this evening. How long have you been a resident of Fonthill for?
All of my life. Well, not Fonthill, Pelham. Fonthill doesn't have any rural areas. I got to live where my horses are, so.
How many horses do you have?
I have 8 now.
Wow. Now, we have come to Fonthill for a very specific reason, because the twister that rolled through here. What was your experience on that day in 1996?
I remember that it took out a barn near where I live, and that it took out, I think, a screen at the Drive-In Movie Theatre.
When a twister came to town, where were you?
I was at the drive-in, actually.
So you saw so it all come down?
The screen beside us went and blew down watching Twister.
That's crazy. So were you all good? Your car was okay?
No, nothing happened to us, but
Was your house okay and everything?
It blew off my barn roof, sucked in the windows. Yes.
Well, tonight, I don't know if you guys know, but they are premiering the next Twister movie. Are you guys concerned that history might repeat itself tonight?
not tonight, no.
No, not tonight.
What is with Pelham and Fonthill and hurricanes and wind events? What is with that?
Well, it's only 2.
That's true, but you're doing something with, you're making a sort of cyclone, hurricane sort of thing. Is it in your DNA? I don't know.
No, I think the rope is a good slip over from the twister, but yeah, you don't want to get the ropes twisted up too much.
Cool. Well, could Could we see just a little example of what you do? Woohoo! This reminds me of what may happen tonight. Symbolic. Nobody was concerned with what I believed was most likely going to happen this evening. A twister struck during the opening weekend of the previous Twister movie, so as history shows, it often repeats itself, so it most likely was going to happen again. I felt like the only person I could turn to was a Fonthill staple, the Muffler Man. Muffler Man, why is nobody concerned about this twister that is most likely going to occur this evening? That is not important, Bentario. You must focus and be prepared. You are the chosen one who wields the power to change everything. Don't worry, Muffler Man. I won't ever lose my focus. I got this. Okay, it is officially 6:30 p.m., so that means the drive-in has officially opened. Time to go ask some employees some questions. Let's go. Are you worried at all that history might repeat itself tonight, or?
I wouldn't say worried, but it's more, I feel honestly exciting. It's a big event, and I think that a lot of people are like expecting something to happen, and I think that if something were to happen, it would be a big thing.
Do you have a safety plan or anything if something goes down?
We have a fire route, so probably just that.
We'll go with the fire route. And if the twister is a flame twister, then you guys will be good.
We'll be good. We will.
Are you expecting anything to happen tonight?
I'm not sure if anything will happen, but if something does happen, I'm not afraid of a tornado. I'll be ready.
That's so good. Skyway Drive-In has some of the bravest employees I've ever met in my life. As you can see, we're getting closer and closer to showtime. Cars are lining up. Skies are pretty clear, but these things can change on a dime, right? I've read a lot of books, seen a lot of movies, and like that it can happen. So I'm not too confident this is going to be safe. I don't know, honestly. It smells kind of moist here, so I still think there's some clouds way. If you look strong enough, it might not pick up on camera, but there could be something forming northeast of here. It's quite possible that we might have a major wind event here tonight. I'm still worried, but people are just living, and that's good, right? I should be more like them, honestly. It's relaxing. Anything could happen tonight. Anything. And let me guess, it's a full moon behind me. Oh yeah, it's going down tonight. It is going down. Of course another twister was going to strike tonight. How could it not? The full moon was there and everything. I had to witness this. So I just decided to do as the other Fonthillians were doing and sit in the back of a van and wait for it all to unfold. I had no choice. I had to fulfill the Muffler Man's prophecy. I mean, maybe that's the best thing to do when you're about to face a catastrophic event. Sit in the back of a van and watch the credits roll. Wow. It took around 12 hours to process, but I'll have to admit I was wrong. A twister did not strike the Skyway Drive-In in Fonthill, Ontario during the second installment of the Twister franchise during its premiere weekend like it did 28 years ago. And I think that is because the residents of Fonthill, they came through last night with their strength, grace, compassion, and love and said, no more twisters in Fonthill during the opening weekend of the latest installment of the Twister franchise. And I personally think that is a beautiful thing. This has been Ben Stagger, signing off for now. I think we got it.
Beep beep.